What's up, my Madden Rebuild Warriors? My name is David. Let's get into what happened in Week 11 before we look ahead to Week 12. Our Cincinnati Bengals, a franchise-focused team, on Thursday Night Football laid an absolute egg. Unfortunately, not the greatest result, but as you'll see, not the worst because the other two teams in the division lost. So everyone's at 6-4 minus the Steelers, who just can't do it. There's a lot of injuries here. Rome Odune's really having a great season now, coming on strong. But Chase has fallen off a little bit. Johnny Wilson had disappeared for a while, but back to 50 yards and a touchdown, not bad. But Chase got shut down. They don't have a tight end right now. I mean, they have tight ends, but not the greatest. Their offensive line, they lost everybody throughout that game. Miles Murphy, couple sacks. Barrett Carter's having a great rookie year. He's one of the top rookie defensive players. No interceptions. They need to get more interceptions. But this is kind of just the Eagles doing what the Eagles do, rushing the ball. Eagles weren't great, but Brown had one good catch. Coleman's starting to play for them. Keon Coleman, that's cool. Defensively, limit on the sacks, but James Bradbury, pick six, meaningless pick six there at the end of the game for 93 yards. I think it was. Yeah, that sucked. But here you go. Upset. The Denver Broncos in the 1:00 games, getting the upset on the road. Mac Jones got this team playing kind of good. Marvin Mims and Cortland Sutton having a good stretch of games here. Just feeding those two. Patrick Surtain with the pick six. Yeah, that's another thing. Their two wide receivers are playing great, and their two cornerbacks are playing great. McKinnish, Kool-Aid's having, look at this, two Alabama corners. Excuse me, at least 6 foot, and they're balling, absolutely balling. Lamar not good. Elijah Mitchell, pretty good game for him. Brian Thomas Jr. is now starting for them. Big guy, 6'4", 205. Mark Andrews coming on, but yeah, just and this was a weird trade they made. They got Wicks, and they got rid of their other tight end, the rookie, but he needed to be re-signed. Whatever. We're not talking about that right now. It's just results. So crazy outcome there, and then our Bears needed this win. They needed this win for sure. And they have control of the NFC North right now. Not the greatest stat game. Cole Kmet's back, and he's kind of taken away from Moore and Harrison and Rashid, Shaheed. We don't need to get the ball to Cole Kmet, guys. He's there when we need him, but we don't have to. It's like the CPU's forcing him the ball because he needs to get his catches up. Sacks still not, a lot of half sacks. Good game. Did I think Bucky Irving got hurt? Maybe, I don't know, because Bucky Irving was playing for a couple games there. Cooper Kupp's just Cooper Kupp. Hopkins, Puka. They got weapons, Aaron Donald. So that was a good win for us. I recommend go watching that. Atlanta. This is a good result for our franchise-focused team in the Panthers, because the Panthers are a 7-loss team. They're 3-7, and for them to have any chance, they need to really rattle off the wins going down the stretch against the division opponents. And the Falcons were a 1-win team, and this gives them 2 wins, and this helps. This helps us. Bijan. Weird to see Ritter throw touchdowns because usually he's rushing them in. Kyle Pitts game back for him. Good to see he's back. Falcons are going to be a good team, man. Once they get a good quarterback that can throw the ball. Defense showing up. Yeah, I mean, Will Levis came in like a bat out of hell with a huge game, and then, they're falling off here. Not getting it done in the rushing department here. Malik Neighbors, just steady. I think Neighbors should be better than he is, and we might have to bump him up a little bit because bump him up a little bit because he's doing well, but I think he's a little bit better than his stats would say. So, if anything, this is a good result for our Panthers who are on a bye. Then our Tennessee Titans, baby. Let's go. Titans are becoming one of our best teams. Even though Jaden Daniels had 2 interceptions, he still had 320 yards. It's all about Najee and Jaden Daniels rushing the ball in. Look at that. 4 rushing touchdowns. T. Higgins goes over 100. Quez Watkins almost 100. Keenan, check down Charlie here. Burks, Okonkwo, Alberto. Doing well, baby. Defense, Harold Landry, Arden Key, Creary, Jeffrey Simmons, BJ, just sack machines, babe. That's what we're talking about, babes. Look at that. Only 97 yards passing for Trevor Lawrence. Wow. We just absolutely dominated them at the line of scrimmage. Didn't let them do a damn thing, man. We controlled the ball the whole game. Look at that. Oluwakan had 23 tackles. Look at all these tackles, man. Just ran the ball. That's crazy, dude. And also those interceptions giving short fields to the Jaguars, messed up Trevor Lawrence's yards. It's one of those games, man. But I think the Jags are going to bounce back big this week. I think you tend to see that bounce off. Madden's like, all right, you had a really off week, you're going to have a really good week. They try to, whatever. I have my own theories. It's just like the NFL being fixed. Madden does things stat-wise and record-wise that dictate outcomes of results. Just my thoughts sometimes. Big win here for the Vikings. Cousins. Are the Vikings starting to come on a little bit? Especially with Justin Jefferson. He's really coming on. And as you see, it's either Brock Bowers getting, that was a weird pick, but it's just Jefferson and either Osborne or Addison or Hawkinson, but it's always Jefferson. He's the leading wide receiver in yardage now. Ivan Pace Jr. didn't get in his development game. Lions suck, dude. They suck. And most of it, I think, has to do with, they have just great weapons all around, but 9 receptions for Jamar Gibbs for 18 yards. Jared Goff is really bringing down this team because they have a great offense. They have an 88 overall offense. Shame. But this division is wild. The leading team in the divisions are Bears at 5-5. Franchise focus team, getting it done. Ugly. The Giants defense is legit. Pretty legit. Fields, terrible game throwing, 4 interceptions, but our defense, he ran the ball phenomenally. Jalen Warren, 20 for 32 yards. Gross. Gesicki's having a nice year. Worthy, unusual game. Usually he's 2 for 40 or 2 for 26 and 2 touchdowns. But the Giants defense, really nice. Huff came back, 2 sacks, nice. St. Juice, he's like our leading, he's leading our team in interceptions, I believe. Penix Jr. is not it. Good luck there, Falcons. Your stupid draft pick. What a dumb draft pick that was, right? Deontay Banks. Giants, they could be good with the right direction next year in the 2025 season. This was unusual. I mean, another upset. Another upset. Just like the Broncos going into Baltimore and winning. Baker Mayfield marches the Raiders into Cleveland and gets it done. All right, man. I mean, if you were betting, I'm sure you would have lost this one as well. But this is really why the Browns lost. They're in trouble because Deshaun Watson is done for the year. And now they got Jameis Winston in there. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I can see them winning this week. That I noticed the backup quarterback gets a good game in there once in a while when they come in for that spot start or that one start. So I think the Browns could rebound this week. But we'll see who they play. I was not expecting this. I believe I said in a last podcast that I picked the Bills to win on the road on Monday Night Football to beat the Dolphins. And then so I was wrong on that. And then I said I think the Dolphins will win this week. I believe I said this. This was a while ago when I made that podcast that I expected the Dolphins to win, but watch the Colts win because I got the game before with the Dolphins wrong. So yeah, the Colts are a machine, man. This playbook, which is technically the Philly playbook, but I think it plays completely different than the actual Philly playbook. I think I haven't looked into it, just speaking from experience, because the Washington Commanders also use this playbook. I believe, even though everyone says the Indy playbook and the Philly playbook are the same, I believe that the coach settings, like the plays that are chosen to be used, the game plan, where they have the little stars of when they use the plays, that has to be different because this playbook plays completely different, so much better. Who knows? But yeah, the Colts have a good team and they're just playing very, very well with their playbook. And it's that time of year where the Dolphins start falling off, man. Tyreek Hill not having a good year. He got hurt for like 4 games and just hasn't done anything. So he's falling apart. And we've seen where the Dolphins last couple years, right? Just falling off. So, And then how about a shutout here by the 49ers? Yikes. They're missing Debo, no problem. Danny Gray, Ronnie Bell, just filling in, getting some touchdowns. Nothing from Lance McCutcheon, who also has gotten some playing time in his absence. Domination, dude. I mean, there's some bad numbers this week. Yeah, and as you see, Isaiah Likely is on the Green Bay Packers. A weird trade, but can't stop certain things. Wow. Well, that's a result we expected, sort of. 2 franchise-focused teams here. Our Chargers are charging right now. Justin Herbert, back-to-back weeks with 4 passing touchdowns, 409. TreVeyon Henderson, one of the leading running backs, one of the best rookies in the league. Palmer, Quentin Johnston's really coming on. Mike Williams is steady Eddie. Kate Stovar, another Ohio State rookie. Check down Charlie, but TreVeyon Henderson, dude, we're doing well here. But hopefully No sacks. Defensively, they're not great. Hopefully, we're not peaking here with the Chargers in the mid-season. Drake May needs to play better. We got Brian Robinson going. Darnell Mooney's back on track. Hunter Henry's kind of been that 5-50 guy, but there's nobody else. I mean, we definitely know that we need weapons next year for Drake May. So, the two best teams are in the same division, the Chargers and the Chiefs. And then a great result here for our Arizona Cardinals. I mean, look at that. Look at that, people. Kyler Murray. The Cardinals are starting to come on here. So is Kyler. I think that's back to 3 weeks in a row. He has 3 touchdowns, passing touchdowns. He's got 100 yards rushing. Cam Akers, not really great. I mean, Murray's still in all his thunder here. McBride was great. Marquise Brown's on a roll. Unfortunately, Xavier gets a 2 for whatever guy. He either gets it or doesn't. That sucks. Poe and Mondon are great young middle linebackers in that 3-4 defense. Zavon Collins, B.J. Ojolari, Dietrich Wise, Chris Jenkins, great rookie they have here. I mean, gotta love it, dude. Great result there. Great game. Go watch it. Houston has problems, but they won this game. 3 quarterbacks. All right. Interesting. Have not watched this game yet, but Dameon Pierce really coming on strong. Really coming on strong. He's slowly like creeping to that lead. And wait, what? Wow. Dameon Pierce, 3 receiving touchdowns plus 129 yards rushing, and he didn't get player of the week. Wow. What a result there. That's a heck of a day in DraftKings. And the Jets just suck. Aaron Rodgers, go away. You should have been campaigning with RFK this season. Should have never came back. 40 years old. Yeah, dude, I love conspiracy theories, but him talking about them fucking sucks. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And you make people look stupid. Conspiracy theories, this is a sidebar here. Conspiracy theories, there's a lot of them that I believe are true. There's too many coincidences, right? But like, a lot of them you can't prove. You can't talk about conspiracy theories as if they're facts, because then you're an idiot. You have to hey, we all need to collectively be like, what's going on here? Someone please investigate this more. Don't trust the government. Don't trust these people going forward. But some of these things you just can't prove. And when you speak on conspiracy theories as facts, you look like a fucking retard. And dude, flat earthers, I get it. Hollow earthers, people that believe Earth is flat based off what the Bible says and the firmament and simulation theory. I love them all, man. But you can't speak to them as they are fact, okay? Unless you can prove it, you can't speak things are fact. And right now, the people that run the world do a pretty good job of making us feel like we are in a globe floating through space, and they have facts to back it up. So that's what we gotta believe. But it is fun to question it, because there's things that makes you question it, but not enough to be like, hey, we have more evidence than these scientists. All right, so Aaron Rodgers, that's my sidebar. Go fucking retire. Anyway, Dallas is Dallas. They're not the same team on the road. That is for sure. But they get it done against a good Tampa Bay team. Tampa Bay started off really hot, and they're up and down. They have a rookie quarterback. and they're just hot and cold. And they're also missing their best player. Marshawn Lloyd filling in for what's his name? Rachaad White, who was leading the league in yards, but not anymore. He's out for a couple more games still. And then Monday Night Football, KC. I mean, we should just rename them the KC Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes, 430 yards, 6 passing touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco gets a rushing touchdown. Noah Cray, 6 for 187. Kelsey's hurt, no problem. Darius Toney, 10 for 123, 3 touchdowns. Rashee Rice, speed racer, 6 for 56, a touchdown. And Sky Moore is having a great year. Yeah, defensively, whatever. They don't. It's all about their offense. They are just fucking balling. All right, so those are the results of last week. Let's take a look at the stats. Everyone loves stats, right? Who doesn't? Matthew Stafford. This is one of the reasons why I'm looking at moving Burrow to one of these playbooks, because you got Matthew Stafford's 3,300 yards passing, Patrick Mahomes 3,100 yards passing. They're the leaders, you know. But here's the difference. Mahomes throws touchdowns in the red zone. The Rams tend to rush for touchdowns in the red zone, and that's why there's a pretty big discrepancy. Plus, abilities and X factor, and not abilities and X factor. That also, different there. But Mahomes leading the league, touchdowns. Herbert's catching up here. Fields is catching up. Well, all right, they're not catching up, but they're trying to over the last couple games. Completion percentage wise, Herbert is now in the 70s. Mahomes, Lawrence. Burrow's fading, man. Come on, Burrow. Yards per game. There's Bryce Young. He's fading a little bit, but that playbook gets some yards because that's what it does. QB rating wise, Herbert's one of the best. Holmes. Kyler Murray, look at that. 14-2. That's what we're talking about. Kyler Murray. Sneaky, man, because he's also got the rushing yards. Christian McCaffrey, he should be leading the league. He's McCaffrey. Jonathan Taylor, cream is starting to rise to the top. Dameon Pierce really coming on strong. J.K. Dobbins just hanging in there. They're in that Miami playbook, and they don't rush for touchdowns in the red zone. I mean, this is a team that rushes for touchdowns in the red zone. Trevion Henderson, great rookie pickup here, second rounder. Rachaad White, he's fading. It's unfortunate, man, because he was going to have a really great year, potentially. Devon A. Chains, boom or bust, just like real life. Don't want to go too in depth because we're going to be doing that after week 12. Cooper Kupp's leading in receptions now. Mingo and Terrace Marshall are right there with each other. Look at that. Look what that playbook produces. Now 1,100 yards for Justin Jefferson. Clearly pulling away. Marshall faded last couple games. Lamb, Kupp, Diggs, Hopkins. Got stats, brother. Kadarius Toney, 9 touchdowns. A 3-touchdown game will do that for you. Calvin Ridley, he's really faded over the last how many games. He had 6 touchdowns after four games, and he's fading. Defensively, Quay Walker is just on another level right now. I mean, are we gonna get to 200 tackles? What's the record for a season? Good Lord. Garrett, Parsons, and Derek Brown. White's having a great year. Bunch of pick sixes. Gilmore's having a great year. Bunch of pick sixes. And then you got Jair and Sutton starting to come on real strong here. So those are those stats. Best offensive overall: Rams, Chiefs, Chargers, Dolphins, Bills, Commanders coming on. Look, same playbooks back to back right there. Pass yards wise: Rams, Chiefs, Panthers, Dolphins, Bengals. Best rushing team: the Colts and the Cardinals and the Falcons. I mean, these guys are all in the same kind of playbooks. Then you have the Buccaneers, who don't get that much rushing out of their quarterback. So, excuse the numbers. Chiefs, yeah, there you go. Chargers catching up there. But defense. Best is the Colts, man. Look at that. Yardage wise, it's the Colts. Crazy. Worst, Dolphins. Bengals have given up the least passing yards. They got speed everywhere. Rams are giving up the least amount of rushing. And that's with our Cardinals rushing all over them. Yeah, Giants are decent, man. Most points allowed, the Jets. Wow, they suck. Eagles. The least is the 49ers, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Browns. Titans, baby. Sack leaders, obviously, is the Browns, Buccaneers, Panthers. How about that? There's fumbles, Cowboys, Panthers. Interceptions, Cowboys, Bills. These two are great playbooks. So they might be, their defensive playbooks might be coming to a franchise-focused team rebuild near you. All right, let's get to injuries. Bears are finally healthy. That's good. Bengals got a lot of guys banged up. Orlando Brown, Kappa, so the whole right side's hurt. Missing their backup wide receiver and return man and their starting tight end. So 3 starters are out. Bills are healthy. Broncos, they're hanging in there. Deshaun Watson's out for the year. Oh, looks like they got their running back back. Rachaad White returns. Okay. Cardinals are healthy. Chargers, that hurts. JT Woods. Kelsey's still out. Colts are healthy. Commanders, that hurts. I mean, they have a star development rookie left tackle that's now starting with a star dev, but he was drafted to sit a year. Ozzie Smith is out for the Cowboys. Dolphins are healthy. Eagles are healthy. Falcons missing one of their, if not their best offensive linemen. Debo's still out. Bowser's still out. Giants are healthy. Jags are healthy. Jets, they suck. Lions have dealt with their injuries all year. Panthers are healthy. Patriots, Raiders. Kyron Williams out for the year. Odafe Uwe's out for one more game. Kamara's just been out for forever, and they lost Breesy a couple weeks. Charbonnet is out for the year, but they got back Kenneth Walker. Steelers are healthy. Steelers are healthy, and our Bengals are not. Texans are healthy. Titans, Vikings. All right, there's the injuries. We'll be back in a minute to discuss awards, dev upgrades, and the Week 12 schedule. Weekly awards times. Of course, Patrick Mahomes with 6 passing touchdowns gets AFC honors. Myles Garrett with 4 sacks gets defensive honors for AFC. Bradbury with his walk-off interception that really didn't mean anything gets him defensive NFC defensive honors, but Kyler Murray, a franchise-focused quarterback of ours, gets the boost to his awareness by 3 points for having 3 passing touchdowns and 100 yards rushing. Great for Kyler Murray. Look at the upgrades. Barrett Carter, rookie, goes up to star dev, along with Kenneth Murray Jr. on the Chargers, goes up to superstar, and then on the same team, the same game, Justin Herbert goes up to an X Factor. Great there. And then another one we saw here, Will Anderson is now an X Factor. Let's go to the schedule. Yeah, we have a quick run overview of what's going on with the schedule here. Let's go a little more in depth here. Now we see another little breakdown, excuse me, of the schedule. It is Thanksgiving week, so let's get into that. 3 games on Thursday. It starts off with Jacksonville going to Detroit. Detroit, perennial Thanksgiving kickoff game. Give me Detroit winning this one. I think Detroit's going to pull this out. Tough spot for Jacksonville. Jacksonville, you never know who's going to show up. Detroit's severely underperforming, but I like Detroit to get the home victory to kick off Week 12 in the NFL on Thursday afternoon football. And then we have a great matchup here. The Cleveland Browns go to Dallas. Dallas is a great home team, but I think we have a backup quarterback here situation for Cleveland. I think he can get them a spot start win. Tough spot for Cleveland, but I think Cleveland has the defense and enough offense to pull out a low-scoring game on Thanksgiving in Dallas. Give me Cleveland in an upset, of course. And then to round out the end Thursday night Thanksgiving Day football, we have our Chargers, franchise-focused team, traveling to our 7-3 Titans, another franchise-focused team. Both teams are playing great, but I'm going to have to go with the Tennessee Titans actually in this one. Upset at home, great team, great defense. Chargers, I just don't think have the defensive power to stop this Titans offense. And it's also a revenge game for Keenan Allen. Then we have a great way to start off the 1 o'clock games on Sunday. Kansas City travels to Baltimore. I think this is one of these spots where Kansas City just doesn't have enough defense to stop Lamar Jackson. All these AFC North opponents are going to win, except for the Steelers. So they all lost last week. Now they're all going to win. And this is a prime spot here for the Kansas City Chiefs to lose on the road in Baltimore. Go Lamar. Then we have, again, 2 franchise-focused teams playing against each other. 1 o'clock are Arizona Cardinals, and the surging offense that they have traveled to a New England team that's just back and forth. They're a 500 club, and I think New England gets the win here. Tough spot, tough defense that they're facing in New England. I think that New England scratches and claws and wins like a 20-13 game here. Give me New England at home, getting back to 500. And then big win spot. We must get a win here for our franchise-focused Carolina Panthers. Coming off the bye, they really need this, and I think they get the win here on the road in New Orleans against Will Levis. I just think, Bryce Young gets his yards, but it's a kick fest, and I think this Carolina defense is good enough, and Will Levis is not that good. And give me Carolina Panthers winning like a low-scoring ball game here. So a lot of unders. And then a game nobody cares about, and none of these teams want to win. The Giants and Atlanta battling for draft position. Atlanta coming off their second win of the year. The Giants' defense is just too good, and I think the Giants win this one in Atlanta. Desmond Ridder can't throw, and if he's not rushing for touchdowns, they have no chance. So give me the Giants to win this. Michael Penix Jr. gets his 4th win as a rookie quarterback. And then another must-win spot because I think the other 2 teams in the division are going to win. I mean, and they got a layup here. The Cincinnati Bengals, our franchise-focused team, has to go into Pittsburgh. They're down the right side of their offensive line. They got to get the win here. I mean, that if Pittsburgh wins, it's because Cincy's offensive line on the right side is mangled. So tough spot. with the conditions for for Cincinnati. But come on, in Cincinnati. I keep saying Indy. Cincy, get it. And then another franchise focus of our team, franchise focus team. Talking too fast. The Minnesota Vikings go into our Chicago Bears. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I think Madden's going to give it to the Vikings. I think, and this division winner is going to be close to an under 500 team by a loss. I don't know, but yeah, this one's iffy for me. But let's go Bears. And then, come on, dude, the Buffalo Bills lost a high-scoring game on the road to our Arizona Cardinals last week. They're coming home against a crappy Seattle team. Buffalo Bills blow them out of the water. I think this is a big Buffalo Bills defensive game. Pick sixes, rushing touchdowns from James Cook. Buffalo Bills in a landslide. And then the 4:05 game, we have the suddenly rising Denver Broncos, quarterbacked by a brand new Mac Jones. They're on the rise. I like Denver to go into Vegas and get a win and get to 5-6 and be one of these teams that are just got the momentum. They have a tough game next week against Kansas City, but we're not looking too far ahead. I like Denver to ride the momentum into Vegas and get the win. Go Denver. And then 4:15, Miami versus the Jets. Miami coming off a loss to the Texans, a tough spot because they seem to be fading on the they fade in this part of the season. But I think Miami wins a defensive game because Aaron Rodgers sucks, and the Jets are just the Jets. Jets are going to jet, and next year Jets. Hopefully you get your quarterback and you can start rebuilding. But give me Miami in a lower scoring game. Philly coming off a big win on Thursday Night Football on the road against Cincinnati. Now they're going on the road to the West Coast to play a Rams team that just is coming off a loss against the Bears. Give me the Rams. The Rams are going to score 41 points or something like that. And Philly might be lucky to score 20. Give me the Rams. This might have some shootout potential, but I got the Rams in this one. And then Sunday Night Football, we have a pretty good game here. We have San Francisco 49ers traveling to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is another one of those teams just dancing with 500. They go a game under 500, a game over 500, whatever. I got San Francisco winning a lower scoring game here on the road against Tampa. Another division where I don't know if the division winner is going to be above 500. But the Panthers need the Buccaneers to lose this anyway. So give me the 49ers. We need this loss for the Buccaneers. And then the Week 12 ends with Indy going to Houston. I'm going to take Houston here at home. They're underdogs at home by, a point or two. But Houston has what it takes to beat Indy. And, Houston's another one of these teams that's flirting with 500. So give me Houston. I'm going to say this is going to be a decently scoring game. Will Anderson just got his X Factor, so, I like Houston in this spot. All right, anyway, tell me what you guys think. Hey, I said this last week and no one did it, but if someone gives me all their predictions for this week in the comments below, and you win a certain amount of games, you get them all right, I'm going to send you a T-shirt of your favorite team. That sounds pretty cool, right? So give me your comments. Who do you think is going to win this week? Who is going to have the best performance? What's the star that's going to rise above everything and have a great week this week? Is it Patrick Mahomes? Again, I don't think it is. 6 touchdowns last week going against Baltimore. Not going to happen. I don't know. I don't know who's going to have the big week, but I can't wait to see what happens. Week 12, Thanksgiving week. We got 3 games on Thursday. Everyone's playing. There's no buys. Let's go. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Give me your comments. Give me your likes. Let's get this league trending, man. It's so much fun. I love this stuff. When I watch these games, especially our franchise focus teams, I get extremely pumped, and I love it. So, again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Can't say it enough. Give me your comments. Give me your interactions. I want to talk to you guys. And we'll see you next time. Peace.